Good morning, everyone. How you doing? All right, let me see. Let's turn this on here. It's morning. It's 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. It's time to get up, get ready for school, get ready for whatever it is that you want to do. Uh, you know, it's that time. Yeah. So, I, I'm just waiting for some more people to get in here, and I'll just start sketching. Had a profound realization today, and or just this morning. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking. I'm drawing like I always do, and just thinking about things, And it just hit me. I'm so tired of like people telling me, "Oh, Ryan Johnson is a genius. You don't understand. You do not understand the Last Jedi, and since you don't understand it, that's why you hate it. Like if you understood it, then maybe you would like it." And I'm like, well, I feel like I do understand it, but it's possible that I don't. It's possible. I'm doing good, Irradiated Pumpkin. How are you? Good morning, Cameron Mataka. Good morning. Jesse Miller, hello. Why am I up so early? Well, I went to bed. I fell asleep at 6:30 p.m. I'm on kind of a night schedule. I like to draw at night. It's hard to draw during the day. It's much easier to draw at night. All right, so I was sitting. Okay, so I'm up thinking about Ryan Johnson, and people telling me that he's a genius. I have my doubts. I have my doubts about it. I never really thought he was that great. Um, Hi, Rick Rotman. How you doing? I do. I sleep with a red rooster in my bedroom. Red rooster. Have you guys pledged to Red Rooster yet? I think it's like $400 away from actually uh, hitting 100,000. That would be nice. That'd be a good thing. If you guys haven't yet backed Red Rooster, you should. Um, the Brightwazers are good people, and I think it's going to be a good comic book. Um, am I using my night pencil? Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is, it's just a regular pencil for some reason. I just thought that would be good. So I'm realizing, like, I got up and I started drawing a camel. Just for fun. I don't know why. Sometimes, you just feel like drawing a camel. I don't really know how to draw a camel offhand. I was just doing it for a laugh. Uh, Thanks for being here. My life sucks right now. You're a real motivator for me to do what I have to do and be a man. Oh well. Listen, I am. That's great. I am. Uh, yeah, I'm the. If you're trying to be a man, you couldn't do better than to take my example in all things. I am manhood personified. Uh, Indeed. Um, Oliver Reeves, EVS, busy making art in between running Disney. Is there nothing this man can't do? Well, I don't feel like I'm running Disney. I feel like I'm sort of. I spend most of my time shocked by what Disney is doing. Um, Somebody sent me a thing that was just like, hey, a lot of like Hollywood, all of Hollywood is protesting and petitioning to get um, James Gunn back his job. I'm just shocked by that. I guess James Gunn has a lot of friends in Hollywood. I think that's a good thing. I wonder if Disney goes through with it. If I were James Gunn, I would just immediately go off and make an independent film. I mean, can you imagine? It's like with all of this, uh, you know, publicity that he's gotten. Let's take that energy, take that negative energy that's come his way, and make an independent film of his very own. That just seems to make sense. So this is the camel kind of. I'm drawing this camel. This is really rough, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just part of the realization that I had about the Last Jedi. Uh, does this look like anything? I mean, And maybe it doesn't yet. Let me just fill the shape in here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let me get a fatter pen. Let me get a fatter pen. Mecca from the 80s. Mate, did you get the message about the translation? No, because I don't know what translation you mean. What kind of translation? I didn't. I'll look. I shall look. So this is a half camel, half fish that I thought of. This is a Mer-Camel. And then I realized that, yeah, I realized Ryan Johnson had Mark Hamill milking a Mer-Camel. Mark Hamill milking a Mer-Camel in The Last Jedi. That's what that was. That was a Mer-Camel. I mean, I'm utterly stunned. I'm flabbergasted by this. Mark Hamill and a Mer-Camel. And so what did that mean? Let's think about that for a second. Just let that idea wash over you. Let it blow your mind like it has mine at 6 a.m. Mark Hamill. So like Mark Hamill's like milking himself? Is that what it is? Is that what Ryan Johnson was trying to say? Mark Hamill milking a Mer-Camel? And then the milk dribbled down his face. He was milking himself. Mark Hamill wanted this job so bad. Mark Hamill wanted the return of Luke Skywalker to be whatever he wanted it to be. You know, and Ryan Johnson was like, dude, you know, like you're milking it. And that's what it was. Mark Hamill was milking a Mer-Camel. He was milking it. That's what Ryan Johnson was saying. Mark Hamill was milking Mer-Camel. So I want you to just think about that. Today, when you hit your knees and pray to God, I want you to add a little prayer to Ryan Johnson. Yeah, seriously. That's what that was. That was the most incredible pun of all time. The most incredible pun of all time. Mark Hamill and a Mer-Camel. Mer-Camel. So just think about that today. I want you to just think about that. Carry that with you today. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, you know, yeah, et cetera, et cetera. What do you guys think? You think I'm giving him too much credit? I don't know. I don't think I'm giving him too much credit. Hunter's Wrath says, mind blown, all right. Mind blown is right. He's too dumb to think of that. Mind blown. It wasn't milk. Well, what was it? No, we don't know. But I mean, this is the whole thing. It's a Mer-Camel. It's a Mer-Camel. It is a Mer. Look, God damn it. It is a Mer-Camel. Okay? It is in a bikini. A Mer-Camel in a bikini. You can't, well, no. It's too early for this. It's too, good morning, everyone. So stupid. Why do I do this to my crowd? Why do I do this to you guys? Why? Yeah. I like the way that the bra is way down here. I appreciate that. That's my favorite part. I appreciate that they got it anatomically correct. No. They're udders. I mean, you know, they're udders. They actually did get it right. They got it right there. What time is it over on my side of the earth? Flat Earth. It is 7:10. The Earth is flat. That is what I am learning. Yeah, Mer-Camel sounds like Mark Hamill. That's right, Baron Tamago. Do you understand? That's the whole pun. That was the whole cosmic joke that Ryan Johnson was making. He was making a joke. When Mark Hamill milked a Mer-Camel, he was milking himself. He was milking himself. I want you to go to Mark Hamill today on Twitter and you want just let him know. Let him know that we figured it out. And maybe he doesn't even know it. Maybe he doesn't even realize what Ryan Johnson was trying to say. Ryan Johnson was simply trying to say, dude, yeah, Ryan Johnson might be smarter than we thought. He might be smarter than we ever anticipated that he was. Oliver Reeves says, when I think Ryan Johnson, Cosmic Joke definitely comes to mind. Definitely. That nipple booby monster is woke as fuck. Well, he is. He represents Mer-Camel. He's a Mer-Camel. Inner City Pigeon says, all this is bad for my hangover. Listen, I'm going to have to drink all day to get rid of this. All day. It's all in the code. Listen, I'm like Tom Hanks in the Da Vinci Code right now. I am Tom Hanks in the Da Vinci Code. I'm figuring it all out. It's all there. Ryan Johnson put it in the movie. It's all there. Not Mer-Camel, Mer-Camel. He's half fish, half camel. Yeah. Mecca from the 80s says, I sent you a message about being able to translate your comic book Cyberpunk if you want. Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's jumping the gun a little bit. Speaking of jumping the gun. Oh, my God. Yeah. Where's your eye bleach? Well, and this thing's covered up even more. I mean, yeah, no more gun. No more gun, please. We've had enough. We've moved on. We've moved on to Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Yeah, ouch, jumping the gun. Nat Denon says, the secret to understanding Rick and Morty is that it was good before Dan Harmon went SJW and fired the experienced male writing staff for unqualified female writers. I didn't know that. Well, I haven't seen any Rick and Morty. I haven't seen any of it. Yoda Coin says, why did Ryan delete his tweets? Why? So that he could cover his tracks. So he could cover his tracks. Charco says, how is Cyberpunk 1998 coming along? I love to have the swing page. Fantastic stuff, Ethan. Thank you very much. It's coming along great. I'm going to release 1998 as a full-sized issue. I think. I don't know. I want to release it in black and white, too. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to do. Don Draper says, Ethan, does your wife know about you buying panties? I don't buy panties. I've never bought panties. The whole thing is an outrage. I don't know why they're trying to sell me panties. And then it makes people think that I'm searching for panties. Why would I do that? Why would I search for panties? I don't even buy by the way, the word is underpants. Underpants is one of the best words ever. Underpants. It's like for kids. Underpants. Yeah, I don't buy underwear online at all. At all. At all. Now the question is, which one is the next degenerate to go light? Spielberg, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I think that they're all degenerates. All of them. All of them are degenerates. And it's just a matter of time. Yeah. Nat Dennis says, Season 1 and 2 were amazing. Season 3 was horrible. It's been brutalized like Marvel Comics. The two creators low-key hate each other right now. Oh, I didn't know that. Hi, Vincent Van Skyver. Just arrived in this chat, and it looks like porn. It isn't porn. It isn't porn. But it is serious. It is serious. You missed the whole point. I Da Vinci coded the entire point of The Last Jedi. I did it. I am like Tom Hanks. I am Tom Hanks in the Da Vinci Code, making sense of what seemed senseless. Absolutely senseless. Wow. People are saying that I'm pretty sure this is indeed porn. No, it isn't. This isn't. How would this be porn? That's not appealing. Not at all. Not even for the most perverted. Not even for like there's no possible way that anybody would find this enticing. Don't ugly shame. It's porn, says Alon Jaffe. All right. Well, maybe for some people it's porn. I mean, not to me. But maybe to somebody. Terry B says Bryan Singer has been lying low. I don't understand the Bryan Singer thing at all. I don't understand the Bryan Singer thing because that movie came out 2 years ago. How and nothing happened. An open secret came out 2 years ago. It was all over Bryan Singer's business, all over it. And then, like, 2 years later, now people are talking about him. Yeah, definitely a trebuchet for Bryan Singer. Definitely. Benjamin says, if I were alone on an island and I saw that thing, I would definitely try to milk it. Of course you would. What else are you going to do to it? But that is a Mer-Camel. It's a Mer-Camel. And Mark Hamill was milking the Mer-Camel. And that is the whole thing. That is the whole point of The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill milking a Mer-Camel. And what was Rian Johnson trying to say? Rian Johnson was trying to say, look, enough. You spent 40 years milking your role as Luke Skywalker. You've spent 40 years. Like, it's time to let it go. It's time for the Jedi to die. It's time for the Jedi to end. Yeah, we got to let things, like, things of the past need to die. You kill them if we need to. So Mark Hamill milking a Mer-Camel, that was his way of saying you're a bum. And we're going to kill your character. I'm going to disgrace and murder Luke Skywalker. I'll do a better video about this. I'll do a better video about this that gets into it a lot more. I'm going to Da Vinci Code the Last Jedi. I'm going to Da Vinci Code The Last Jedi for all of you to understand. I think there's truth in the fact that Rian Johnson created a masterpiece that just people are too dumb to understand. But I ain't too dumb. I ain't no way stupid, all right? Yeah, Mama Van Skyver didn't raise no dummy. I can figure this out. I can figure this out. Rian Johnson ain't smarter than me just because his head is a circle. Just because his head is a perfect circle doesn't mean he's smarter than me. I will crack the code. Darth Revan says, I thought it was a joke, but Uncle Ethan, I think you're onto something here. Seriously, there's a lot of hidden messages again. Of course. Of course. It's a Mer-Camel. Mark Hamill. Mer-Camel. Get it. Boom. Just play the movie backwards. I'm going to play the movie backwards and then play it on top of the movie forwards, like they did with The Shining. And I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what interesting juxtapositions are in there. Pablo Hidalgo just named that Mer-Camel. Pablo Hidalgo is a genius. He is a genius. I think overall there's a statement hidden within The Last Jedi that we didn't really go to the moon. I think that's entirely possible. What is this on my tablet? What do you mean? How many more times did I have to say it? It's a Mer-Camel. It's a Mer-Camel. Hi, Toby First. How you doing? Good morning. Hell's Bell says, Corinne, I woke up to this. Not sure if it's a nightmare or not. No, it's not. Lama Gigante says, you're going to need a whiteboard with red strings and crazy talk. I do plan on posting articles all over the wall with thumbtacks. I have. You guys think I'm kidding. I've got everything that I need right here. I've got, look, I got paper clips. I've got thumbtacks. I've got everything that I need to do what I need to do. All right, so we got paper clips, got thumbtacks. I do need some string. I do need some string so I can actually map this out on the wall and then make a good video. Pimpmaster Broda, what's up? Play The Dark Side of the Moon over the film The Last Jedi to find its true meaning. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing to do. Have mashed potatoes for dinner and make a mountain out of it. I will. I'm going to make a Mer-Camel out of my mashed potatoes. Good morning, Michael Tachi. How are you? Why aren't paper clips made of paper? I never thought of that. I never thought of that. Yeah. So Rose Tico is so erotic. That is correct. Rose Tico being an anagram of so erotic. These are all pieces of the giant puzzle. These are all, I understand what Rian Johnson is trying to say now. I understand what Rian Johnson is trying to say. This is all pieces. These are all pieces of a big puzzle. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, those bombs in the opening sequence, those represent all of the Star Wars movies that Rian Johnson is going to make through Lucasfilm. All of them. That's what those represented. A bunch of bombs. Slave Tico versus slave space walrus. Who would win? It's not a walrus. It's a camel. It's a Mer-Camel. I have to keep making this clear. Why wasn't this an action figure? I don't know. Why couldn't I buy this? I want to buy this, and I want to be able to squeeze it and have milk shoot out here. Why couldn't we do that? Why? I don't know. I don't know. I feel confused by that. Billy Ritchie, thanks for $4.99. What if I replace my butter with I can't believe it's not butter? I just found soy bacon in my fridge, and we can put that in the trebuchet too. Yeah, why don't you do that? If you do that, I might become a little bit more like Fabio. Fabio really liked I can't believe it's not butter. He was amazed every single day. He couldn't believe it. He could never believe that it wasn't butter. He's just incredulous all the time. Ryan Johnson doesn't know how space or gravity works. Yes, he does. That's how you know that there's a hidden meaning behind this. You can't look at this stuff surface level anymore. You understand? We're through the looking glass, people. We're through the looking glass. What's black is white, and what's white is black. And maybe Lee Harvey Oswald was just who he said he was, a patsy. Okay? Maybe this is a Mer-Camel, and Mark Hamill was milking himself. Maybe that's what this all means. Maybe Rose Tico is an anagram for so erotic because Ryan Johnson was trying to undo the idea of feminine eroticism within his movie. Maybe. I want you to think about all of this. No, those do not look like my thumbs. Those don't look like my thumbs at all. At all. It's the director subconsciously promoting his messages. No, I think it's conscious. Peter Mayer says EVS is having a manic episode. Uh-oh. And here comes the depression. Wah, wah. Milk Shig Duck says, I think you're beating a dead Mer-Camel with that joke. Milk, you don't understand. People are still coming into this chat and they don't know what's going on. I have to repeat myself. That is important. Don Mario wants to know, are you gay? It looks like he's saying Uruguay. No, he's saying, are you gay? No, I'm not gay. You want to make me an offer? I mean, Adam Rick says, no way it's subconscious. That is correct. This is very clearly surface level and deliberate. Yeah, Kevin says, your mom is gay. Your mom gay. Your mom gay. Damn, Rose Tico so erotic, spooky. Correct. All of this stuff makes sense when you put it in the proper context. Wretched Excess says he's rubbing our faces in it. Right. So what is it about Ryan Johnson? What is it about Ryan Johnson? No, you. What is it about Ryan Johnson that he feels the need to do this? Yeah. See, someone like Luke Schoen comes in and goes, what did I miss? I have to keep repeating myself. This is a Mer-Camel. Mark Hamill was milking a Mer-Camel. That was the whole... what's the hidden message behind Snoke? Wait for my documentary. It's coming out. It is coming out. I will do Snoke, too. I will explain it all. You guys, I mean, feel free. At this point, if you guys come up with your own theories, and this requires independent thinking. If you guys come up with your own theories, I'd like to hear them. I'd like to know what you think of all this. If something occurs to you, let me know. Yeah, let me know. And together we can work this out. I can't do this all by myself. I need a team of equally paranoid conspiratorialists. David Icke's in on it. I need a team. Yeah, it needs to be like JFK, the movie JFK. I need a whole room full of people like, what's his name? Who's the dude from JFK? He was also in The Walking Dead, the first 2 seasons. He got his hand cut off. And then he was Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. What's that guy's name? Damn it. And everybody loves him too. And he's always at conventions. Michael Rooker. I knew it was Michael something. Michael Rooker. I need a team of Michael Rookers who will think about this obsessively with me. Darth Marrock, thank you for 100 rubles. My theory, this space cow is actually Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, but what does that mean? What does that mean? Michael Rooker, the gun lover. Oh, he's for gun rights. That's all. He's for gun rights. Rooker left Twitter in protest. Did he really? Yeah. Interesting. Mer-Camel. EVS was able to decode and deconstruct the subliminal sex message and put it in an X-Men comic. These Hollywood weirdos have no chance. That's right, Terry B. These people need to understand. I'm on the case. I can figure this stuff out. Of course, people say, yeah, Snoke stands for Sith no one knew existed. That is a good. It's definitely a good thing to consider. I don't know if that's the answer though. My Mer-Camel theory sucks, says Drummer 6. I think it's good. And I don't think Ryan Johnson's going to be able to deny it. I think he's going to be shocked. Snoke is Plagius? Well, maybe. Gunslinger65 wants to know what in the hell is going on in here. Midnight Cherry TV, $2. Inappropriate and sick. That space cow is only 13. Is it? Well, I know. You can't tell. You can't tell. Hell's Bells, when was the last time you slept, Uncle Ethan? Like 4 days ago? Why? No, I woke up at 2 a.m. I went to bed at 6:30 p.m. And I woke up at 2 a.m. to come down here and get back to work. And this is part of work. Decoding The Last Jedi and making it make sense to this generation of fans is part of my job. Absolutely. Darth Revan says, I'm not so sure we are discovering a very subliminal hidden message. In The Last Jedi, so far, we've decoded that Mark Hamill has been milking his role and is a bum. That's, but that, but that is, that is what Ryan Johnson was trying to say. That's one of the things that Ryan Johnson was trying to say. Just one of them. Just one of the things he was trying to say. I'm going to ask him today. I'm going to confront him with this information and see what he says. Aquila says, you need help, EVS. I do. I'm asking you guys for help. I actually need your help to help me decode The Last Jedi. And I hope that you guys come through for me. Quiet Storm says, a beautiful round mind. Yeah, it would be round. It would be round. Have you seen the guy dressed as Rainbow Brute in the 2016 Pride Parade? Was that the inspiration? Asked Reggie B. Cable. Somebody sent me that video. No, that is not the inspiration at all. And as it turns out, Rainbow Brute is an idea that has occurred to at least 2 other people before me. But you have to understand one thing. That video that you're watching of me, the original video, when I said, hey, I'm going to take feminist icons and turn them into guys, that was me making stuff up on the spot. Just the first things that kind of came into my head. So, of course, Rainbow Brute, every good idea has occurred to someone else, at some point or another. And what can you do? Having a gay man in a bikini and a cape saying, I am Rainbow Brute. Well, I mean, that's bound to have occurred to someone, before. But no. I don't spend a lot of my time watching videos of gay pride parades. I mean, not that much time. Not that much time. Just a little bit of time. I'd say about like 10% of my day I spend watching gay pride parades. So the minority of my day. Jay Taylor, thanks for Australian $2. They put Space Cow in panties to get E's attention. It works. Wait a second. I'm not looking for panties. I'm not looking for panties at all. Charco says, do you think Wrecked Planet will be bigger than Blood Honey? I don't know. I can't say. I think Rainbow Brute will be, though. I think Rainbow Brute will be. I just get that sense. that Rainbow Brute is more, it's in demand. Like everybody wants Rainbow Brute, the comic now. They think it's going to be fun. And even diversity in comics. I was talking to Zach last night about this, and I said, yeah, we're talking about fulfillment ideas, like how we're going to fulfill this. They're all shocked and horrified that I'm going to spend my own time packing, these things. I'm taking a whole month to like fulfill and pack and ship these books. They're all horrified by that. Comicsgate is horrified. They're like, you make $400,000 in a single month. Why would you spend a month packing up comics? Well, because that's part of the $400,000. You have to actually fulfill these orders. You have to do it. It's not, and not only that, it's not like every single month I'm sitting back and raking in $400,000. It just happened once for this one book. But I said, I do think Rainbow Brute is going to be good, and I think it could be better than Cyberfrog. And even Zach had to admit, he said, yeah, I think it is. He said, because I actually want to read Rainbow Brute. And I was like, whoa. He's like, there's something kind of like fun about it. He's like, the joke doesn't get old. He's like, every time you add to it, it doesn't get old. The joke is still funny to me. Ian Allen says 63 from 70K subs EVS. Oh, wow. Hey, guys in the chat right now, could you check and see if you are subscribed, still subscribed? YouTube, people are letting me know YouTube kind of unsubscribes people randomly without their knowledge or permission from my channel. Check and see if you're still subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications. That's another thing. People are constantly telling me there are problems, and it is stupid. And if you aren't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I am now immediately 3 people unsubscribe. As soon as I say that, 3 people unsubscribe. I can't talk about subbing. I can't ask you guys to subscribe because when I do, you guys unsubscribe for me just to torture me. Akila, thanks for $2. What happened to the Trebuchet song? Trebuchet, yeah, I don't know. Where is it? Where did the lyrics go? Somebody said they sent me lyrics to Trebuchet. I never found them. I never found them. I think I looked at all my emails, but my email box is incredibly full. I mean, obviously, it was 7,500. What in God's holy? Why do I have to? 7,580 messages. How am I supposed to respond to those? I love you guys. I love you guys very much. But I can't really I can't really subscribe or answer 7,580 messages. I can't. Yeah, most of them are from Ryan Johnson. Most of them are from Ryan Johnson, to be honest with you. But it's still a lot of work, it's a lot of work. Darth Durkle the Wise asks, says, EVS, check your email, please. No, I can't. Oh, that's all SJW hate mail. Well, probably that. I mean, there probably are 7,580 hate mail messages from SJWs. They don't like it. That Nigerian prince needs help, EVS. Well, he promised me a lot of money. He said I was inheriting a ton of money. What the hell is that image? Where can I get it? I don't really know. I don't know. Why don't I hire a PR, an assistant? What would the assistant say? Would you guys like to get, what would you rather get? When you send me an email, would you rather get a message from my assistant telling you, Ethan thanks you for your email very much? Or would you rather get nothing, or maybe a 10% chance that you might hear back from me saying, awesome? A form letter from me. Just send a form email out to people. Yeah, 10%. Yeah, it just seems like the 10% chance is better. Sometimes I read emails and I respond, especially if they're really intriguing. Will I send you my panties? No, I don't have any panties. I don't wear panties. I don't look them up. Speaking about yourself in the third person is appropriate. or is it inappropriate, Korg? What do you mean? Yeah. Bunker Housing says, we are happy as long as you do not have any life. I don't have a life. Somebody said, people used to insult me and say, yeah, you're a basement dweller. I wasn't. I wasn't a basement dweller until recently. Now I am a basement dweller. I moved my office from upstairs. Okay, my office used to be upstairs right next to my bedroom. Then Ava was born, and I had to move my office downstairs into the room that is kind of a den or a formal dining room. That's where I was before. And then Andrea said, I want to buy all this Ethan Allen. I want to buy all this Van Sciver furniture. Because, and then I had to move downstairs to the basement, which is where I am now. I am a basement dweller now. I live in this basement. And she's like, hey, the good news is that you can make all kinds of noise down in the basement. You can make all kinds of noise down in the basement. I'm like, well, that is good news. But I am living in the basement. Has been a journey straight down to the basement. Peter Mayer says, stop whining, in all caps. Whining, that's not, well, I mean, what's whining? How do I sound when I whine? Darth Malrock, thanks for 100 rubles. Watch Clone Wars film before the TV show. It has Jabba's son in it. Also, your top 3 worst Last Jedi scenes. Mine are Space Cow, Leia Poppins, and Soy Yoda. Soy Yoda. Yeah, the tossing the lightsaber over my shoulder sequence, over Luke's shoulder sequence, is the worst. That really bugged me. That really, truly bothered me for how snotty it is. In fact, all of Luke Skywalker's scenes make up the most annoying scenes to me. So that bothered me. The milk bothered me. And Luke dusting his shoulder off fucking bothered me so bad. Gotta watch my mouth. Really bothered me. Really bothered me. Chucko says, Ethan, did you get Lance Henriksen to sign your Millennium DVDs? Why do you ask? I did. Lance Henriksen, Republican. He is. He was a big Glenn Beck fan. He was like, I watch Glenn Beck every single day. And he was talking about cryptocurrency. I was like, oh, well, that's, and then it's always funny. As soon as you find out that someone's a Republican, you notice that they stop getting work. It's like Lance Henriksen was everywhere. Yeah, Glenn Beck is soy. He found out, this was way back when. Where was I? I was in Australia. I was hanging out with Lance Henriksen in Australia. That's when, yeah. Have I met Joel Hodgson? Yeah, of course. He hired me to work on the new Mystery Science Theater TV show. He hired me to, we had lunch. No, we had breakfast. He would call me up all the time. But yeah, Lance Henriksen, I was really happy to hear him talking about, talking about his politics. It was cool. But this was like 2010 or 2011. Is he still working? Like, what's he doing now? Glenn Beck is crazy. What a disappointment. No, I've never spoken to Mike Nelson, but he did sign my DVDs. He did. I sent them to Bill Corbett, who I do talk to. And Bill Corbett got Mike and Kevin to sign a DVD for me, which I appreciate. Do I listen to Genesis? No, not really. I mean, I have. I don't hate Genesis, but I don't really like Genesis either. I love how Tucker Carlson is talking about UFOs recently, says Shelley Redenbow. Is he really? I would love to hear what Tucker has to say about UFOs. I don't believe in UFOs at all, but I wish I did. It's like UFOs and ghosts. Point of light prod says, so what blew your mind, Ethan? No, I can't keep saying it. Here's the problem. The problem is that I start a chat and I tell some people what blew my mind, and then I have to keep telling people as the chat increases, and then the people who have been here all along go, stop talking about it. You're running the joke into the ground. All right, what blew my mind? What blew my mind was the conspiracy and all of the weird thinking behind The Last Jedi. People keep saying, you don't understand The Last Jedi. It's too smart for you. I realized that they're right. Today I was drawing a Mer-Camel, and I realized that this is a Mer-Camel. This is a Mer-Camel. And so therefore, what Rian Johnson was saying was that Mark Hamill was trying to milk his role as Luke Skywalker. So this is Mer-Camel. Mark Hamill was milking Mer-Camel. Okay? That is the whole point. That is what everything is, a hidden message in The Last Jedi. Everything is a hidden message in The Last Jedi. Rose Tico's name is an anagram for so erotic. If you mix the letters up, it's so erotic. Why? Because Rian Johnson was turning the ideals of female eroticism on their heads by putting Rose Tico, who is a potato sack woman, in the movie. I mean, that was the whole point. That was the point. So I'm doing a whole documentary about this. I'm doing a whole documentary about Mer-Camel being milked by Mark Hamill. Absolutely. And Holdo is an anagram for old hoe. That is also true. I mean, that is part of this whole thing. I'm sorry that the image is annoying, but, you know, I am sorry. So that is what we're talking about. That's what's been blowing my mind. This is a Mer-Camel. Mer-Camel, milked by Mark Hamill, equals, you know, Mark Hamill won't let go of his role as Luke Skywalker from 40 years ago, or 35 years ago, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? All of this together. Jabba the Cuck says, I don't think you're sorry at all. I am sorry. I don't want to have to bring this to your attention. You guys have to think about this thing first thing in the morning because of me. You think I'm happy about that? I'm not happy. Terrible. It's terrible. And now, you know what? I'm losing subs like you wouldn't believe. Like, I've lost 10 subs since I brought this to people's attention. You know, 10 subs. So ever since I said this is Mer-Camel, this is a Mer-Camel, and it's being milked by Mark Hamill, I've lost 10 subs. And more, and growing. And people keep unsubbing from my channel. 4 more subs just went. 4 more people just unsubbed from my channel ever since I brought that to people's attention. And all I'm trying to do is bring the truth to my subscribers. All I'm trying to do is make you guys know. Yeah, it does look like Lena Dunham. It does. It does look like Lena Dunham. People are fleeing like rats from a ship. That's right, Zero Fever. You know, like cockroaches from the light is what I would like to compare it to. You turn on the light and the cockroaches flee. I'm just trying to let you guys understand. Some of you need to confront the ego. I just lost another subscriber. Some of you people need to understand what Rian Johnson is up to. Matt, thanks for $5. Ethan, too funny, mate. Keep up the good work with the Star Wars content. Random question. Where did you get that Blue Moon fan on your desk? It's great. I have like 3 of these. They plug into, look at this, look. They plug into, you know, like your computer. Also, always keep dental picks around. They're good to chew on when you're working. Keep flossing at all times. Yeah, I have like 3 of these, and they're great. You know, you just plug them in. They have rechargeable batteries. You can unplug this and take this with you wherever you go. And then boom, you've got a nice fan, desk fan, right? So you can look these up. I think I got them from Amazon.com, honestly. You can probably find them on Amazon.com, and I think they're about $20. It is legit. It's totally legit. Some people loved Corvette Summer, but you know what? Luke Skywalker didn't love Corvette Summer as much as he could have. He mostly thinks about himself as either the Joker or Luke Skywalker. Both great roles. Both great roles. Akila, thanks for $5. Rian Johnson's a moron, and if I ever get cancer, it will be due to watching The Last Jedi. I hope that you stop watching The Last Jedi then. I don't want you to get cancer. Matt G says, where's it called a Mer-Camel? The wiki says it's called a Thalasiren. Wiki is lying to you. Wiki is lying to you. It is a Mer-Camel, okay? It's a Mer-Camel, and it is being milked by Mark Hamill. I'm sorry. That's the truth. That is the truth. Midnight Cherry TV says, it looks like a female space elephant, the mascot of the Republican Party. All makes sense now. Well, that's another theory. That's another theory. I don't see... I don't know. I think I like my theory better. People want the Mer-Camel shirts now. Yeah. Brent is unsubbing. That's another one. See, immediately, people get confronted with the truth and they unsub from this channel. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just hide the truth from you guys? Are you guys children? Are you guys children that can't handle the truth? Wiki is part of the conspiracy, says Oliver Reeves. I don't think that's out of the question. It's got Mer-Camel toe. Mer-Camel toe. Mer-Camel toe. Okay. And if, by the way, watch for Mark Hamill. You don't want Mark Hamill to have Mark Hamill toe. That would be the worst. If you have, yeah, I am too woke. You know, I've opened my eyes, and now that I've opened my eyes, I can't go to sleep ever again. Black is white, and white is black. Nem Demonim says, at this point, you're daring us. I had to unsub. You told me to. No, I begged you not to. I begged you not to. I want you guys to be brave enough to confront the truth that I give you. Benjamin Bellamy says, we can handle the truth. Yeah, thank you, Benjamin. Let's see. Charco says, did you see someone updating that? Oh, my God. Did you see someone updated CV Sobolski's Wikipedia page after Zach gave him the nickname Male Nipples? Are you serious? I got to... Diversity in Comics, frustrated with the lack of progress that CB Sobolski has. I don't see that. Wait a second. Male Nipples. 2010s. Did somebody take it down already? They probably did take it down already. But they called him Male Nipples because male nipples are useless. I don't know if that's appropriate. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. It is racist. It is racist. I agree. The earth is flat, says Triangle Hat. Well, I mean, how do I know? You know, when I walk, my shoes don't bend. There's no curve that I can see. Ethan, how dare you put this pic up? People are eating breakfast. Have pity, man. No, hang on a second. Here is the rule for what I can show on this channel and what should be allowed on TV. Can you eat a plate of lasagna while looking at it? It's the lasagna rule. It's an important rule. Can you eat a plate of lasagna looking at this? Maybe, maybe not. You guys tell me. Are you going to get grossed out and get put off your lasagna with that kind of the white cottage cheese? Whatever it is. What is it? It's not cottage cheese. If you can't eat lasagna when looking at what I post on my YouTube channel, you need to let me know. Ricotta cheese, thank you. If you can't eat lasagna while looking at what I post on my YouTube channel, then I'm doing something wrong. My Wikipedia says I wear a XXL shirt. It does not. Oh, it does. It does say that. I see. Where's a XXL? Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not true. I mean, you know, you can update YouTube to say whatever you, or Wikipedia to say whatever you want. You know, I don't know why they would lie though, you know, like that directly, but okay. Fragile must be Italian. Evening, Ethan, says Raving Bean. Well, it must be where you are. I mean, here it's dawn. It's the dawn. It is only, it's not even 8 a.m. yet here. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think this image is sexually charged at all. I think it's ambiguous how you are going to feel about this image. I don't think it says anything one way or the other. Korg 20,000 BC says it's 10 p.m. there. Where are you that it's 10 p.m.? Are you in China? Benjamin says, what if Mer-Camel is Ray's mom? Now it's all starting to come together. Now it's all starting to come together, if you really think about it. If Tony Soprano were still alive, says Bradley Fortner, he'd eat lasagna for breakfast. I doubt any of you would have given him any shit over it either. No, of course not. He does eat that. He goes into the fridge and he looks for a little gabagool. Gabagool. Troy Davis says we need Mer-Camel toe shirts. Mer-Camel, yeah, okay. We can do Mer-Camel stuff. We can do Mer-Camel as much as we I don't know, as much as you guys want. Jeff Mazanote says, I think Rainbow Brute should blow a snork to get green milk in protest of this. I don't think so. I don't think that's where we're going to go. I think that's porn. I think that would be porn. Yeah, Point of Light Production says, crap, I missed your answer earlier. A customer came in. Well, I can't repeat myself. I can't just repeat myself all the time. It is. Michael Tochi says, the Phillies lost again last night. Can't wait for football season. Me either. Colin Jones says, love you, Ethan. Great work. Thank you so much. You guys, I just want you to have a good day. That's all I want. Seriously, what's happening here? I'm confused. Insanity methods. Insanity methods, don't worry about it. The last thing you want to do is worry about it. Barbarella, Uncle Ethan, please draw Ruin Roundhead being barbecued by Ewoks. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Korg says, is it bad if I find Smurfette hot? Well, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it bad to find Smurfette hot? I don't, that's a judgment call. I don't want to judge people, you know. Insanity Method says, I am worried about it. Well, you know. Rose Tico isn't a sea cow. You've got Rose Tico on the brain. Rose Tico, we've already explained Rose Tico away. Rose Tico was meant to subvert the male gaze. That was the entire point of Rose Tico. That's why her name is an anagram for so erotic. She is a mixed up version of that. She is the whole idea is that she's not so erotic. And that was the point. That was entirely the point. Yeah, people have opinions about Smurfette. Smurfette with boobs and hips, a blue bombshell. I don't think Smurfette ever had boobs. I don't think she ever did. I'm going to double check that for you guys right now. Let's cross-reference that to reality. Yeah, look. Smurfette, boobless. Smurfette was boobless. Okay? Boobless. So I wouldn't necessarily find Smurfette hot. You know, I mean, she barely looks like a woman. She's got a big head of hair. That's important. That's important. But I don't think she's all that feminine. Cyberfrog, by the way, Blood Honey, $454,083. Every time I wake up, it's like a bigger number. That's good. Unlike my subscriber count. My subscriber count, I'm bleeding subscribers ever since I came out against the Mer-Camel. I'm just watching them go down. I swear to God, it's like it's 1929 stock market crash. If their employment depended on my subscriber count being high, people would be jumping out windows right now. Red9, thank you for $5. New conspiracy anagram for Supreme Leader Snoke, one dark peerless emu. Whoa, an emu. An emu. What is an emu? An emu is a bird, right? I mean, it's a big bird. Look up Smurfette boobs, Smurfette hottie. I'm not doing that, Junior Stone, because it's going to be porn. It's going to be porn. Kajaten says, you betrayed us, in all caps. Where? Where did I betray you? I would never betray you. I never have, and I never would. An emu is a Kmart ostrich, says Barbarella. Yeah. I think that's a good way to describe it. Ew, Smurf porn. Yeah, don't look up hot Smurfette. Don't do that. Don't look up hot Smurfette. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. How are you? Everyone hates Tico. Not me. I don't think my audience hates Tico at all. I don't think this audience feels any bad vibes about Rose Tico at all. At all. Riff Magu says it's pronounced emu. Emu. So not emu, emu. So it's not emo. It's not like emo. Emotional. Emo. Tico is sweet. I agree. A lot of people would date Tico. I would. I'm married though. I'm not dating nobody. But Tico is very pretty. She's a lovely woman. When we first meet her in The Last Jedi, her face is dripping with tears and snot. I thought that was a little weird. That's a weird entry for a woman. Old Hollywood didn't used to do that. You know, that if you look at old Hollywood movies, you know, the woman, the leading woman, when she first appeared on the screen, it was always in some very glamorous way. It wasn't dripping with mucus from her face and her eyes. But they, you know, eventually they did clean her up and she looked pretty smoking hot. Thomas Watved says, why is your mind blown? Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it again, am I? All right, I'll say it one more time. So here's what happened. Okay, here's what happened this morning. This is why I launched a super live stream event here in the morning. I was drawing a Mer-Camel. So this is a Mer-Camel. It's half fish, half camel. That's what I was drawing. And then I realized, what does that look like? That looks like this. And then I realized that that's what people were talking about when they told me that Rian Johnson, you know, subverted all expectations and that we aren't smart enough to understand The Last Jedi. This is a Mer-Camel. And Mark Hamill was milking a Mer-Camel. Do you understand? So that's what blew my mind. So what does that mean? What was Rian Johnson trying to say when Mark Hamill was milking a Mer-Camel? I mean, draw your own conclusions. Draw your own conclusions. Nat Denon wants to know if I'm having an Entenmann's withdrawal. I haven't had Entenmann's in years. Not in years. Yeah. Joe Maroney says EVS has been up all night downing Red Bulls and had an apocalyptic vision. Then his tinfoil hat fell off and he was mind zapped by Wikipedia. I'm not saying that didn't happen. But yeah, you're concentrating on the fan. Do you guys like this fan? People do like it. Okay, so look, Cyberfrog versus Creed 2 Indiegogo. Well, I mean, if Trent was up for it, we would do it. Trent's very busy. Trent designs video games. He is totally awesome. Go to his YouTube channel and subscribe. The fan isn't spinning, Ethan. Well, I turned it off because it makes too much noise. It makes too much noise. You guys think the face is elephantine? I don't. I think it looks like a camel. I think it looks like a camel. Why is this fan impressive to people? It's not even that good. The fan is toxic. These are my toxic fans. Oh my God, toxic fans. No, it's not hot. It's nice and cool down here. Thank you. I like my toxic fans. Well, you know, I've got more than one of them. We got two toxic fans. Probably 3 toxic fans. I don't know where the other one went. It's around here somewhere. Yeah. Focus back on the fan, please. I did. I just put it on the fan. Cheap plastic smells like plasticizer for years after you buy it. I know. When it gets hot, it smells freaky weird. I know this is upside down. I don't know why that happened. Can I fix it? Does this come off? It didn't. Wait, it is. It does come off. I'm going to break this fan right in front of you guys. Can I get a thumbnail in there or anything? Does it screw off? Nope. Yeah, but what if I do this? It's backwards, but wait. Oh, I got it. I figured it out. Yeah, that's my high IQ right there. That's my high IQ speaking. Now you guys can see how that works. Lord Asserman, thanks for $5. I'm telling you, man, look up The Last Force Bender on YouTube. Ryan is a troll who's made his women stupid, incompetent, and too dumb to live. I will. I'll look that up. I want to see more videos condemning Rian Johnson. I haven't seen enough. I love how your Sony DVD player says iPhone. It does? iPod. It says iPod. It's not even a DVD player. It's a stereo. but it's old. Like, it's old. So, you know. Did I pay Kaylee to finish my Lego BB-8? No, I did it myself. I didn't pay Kaylee. Yeah. Love the brand name Blue Boon. What's a Blue Boon? Blaboon. Anyway, guys, Blaboon. And these are 2 zeros, by the way. That's what's really weird. I mean, the 2 O's, they're zeros. Those are not O's. Yeah. All right, so today I want you to think about it. Ethan asks if fan can screw off. Yeah, fans, I wish my fans would screw off. Well, they don't. You know, they don't screw off. They stay. They stay on the front there. So I had to figure out a new way to get this right side up. Today, I want you to think about what I said. I want you to think about Mer-Camel and Mark Hamill. And I want you to tell Mark Hamill, if possible, or Ryan Johnson. Tell Ryan Johnson exactly what I said and what we figured out. I can't answer the blow my mind thing again. All right. Appreciate you guys. I'm getting back to work. I got to draw some Cyberfrog. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here at like 7 a.m. All right. Bye.